Welcome back, Boo. Welcome to Auntie's After Dark. I'm so happy to have you join me again. You know, it is tea time. And this time, as you can tell, looking over here, yes, I have a male presence. Do I need to say that is uncles after dark now? Nah, but for real, I am so happy to extend the Healing Out Loud series. People have talked about it. And so I listen to the spirit and I am going to go forth with expanding it all the way to the end of the year. And I felt what better way to keep it going than to hear it from the male perspective. And I have none other than the comedian, Mr. V Mac. He is my friend, a creative force, Mr. Vernon Mac. Come on, V Mac. Thank you for joining me. It's tea time.
You're welcome. You're welcome. I'm comedian V Mac. I have a podcast called Unqualified Qualifications where, Aunty Donna has been on. Multiple comics, people in the community who do positive things. I run my own shows called Unqualified Comedy Celebrations. And yeah, I'm out here trying to give people opportunities and build my own as well.
I know that's right. Well, I know when I met you, you were a stand-up in Charlotte. Now you're running the stage. I mean, what really motivated you to shift from being a rising star to a rising platform for others?
It's just easier. The logistics of it is easier.
Okay.
But once you realize what you want to be inside of any industry or any business that you want to do,
Hmm.
it's easier for you to figure it out what you want to do. So even when I started doing stand-up, I always wanted to own my own comedy club or build my own platform. The traveling, the logging the miles, going somewhere to get, all that gets old quick. But at the same time, it's the nature of the beast.
Yeah.
But I wanted my own show, my own place where I could bring comics. The comics I wanted to go do shows with, it's come to me. Make it easier.
Yeah. I mean, that is amazing. I tell you, watching you grow has been amazing for me. I mean, we're friends. We didn't start out that way. We started out dating and everything, but we were young and dumb back then, so we ain't even gonna get into that. But just to see where you came from, I mean, like, I am immensely proud of you because, like, literally, I know I seen you in the small arenas and you were rocking it and you was making sure you were showing up for them shows. So I know you had to be patient with yourself as you continue to grow and to be the platform that others can grow on. I can also imagine having all those comedians around. That's like being a substitute teacher with a classroom full of doggone class clowns. Is it like having a classroom full of class clowns up there?
Not really, because that's just the front of it. Like you have those who don't take the business serious or whatever, but they do what they got to do because they want to get paid and build their platform on stage, right?
Mhm.
But as the host, people see me as host, but as the booker and the producer of the shows, it comes with a different level of conversation, right? This
Mhm.
is what I want you to do. This is what's going to happen. This is, we deal with the money,
Okay.
right? But when it comes to me giving them the money, they have to, do their time. Don't go over, don't go under. It's hard to get them to stop talking, but they all go over. But you try to make it to the point where they don't. You control the situation because if you don't control the situation, it's just like an open mic. Anybody can go up there and do whatever they want to do. You just set the show up and you just run with it and they listen to you because it's your show. It's not theirs.
Okay, well, what's the most chaotic thing that you had to deal with as a host?
Been so many,
Not so many.
not too many. Docking somebody paid for coming late. That's an option that I give out to people when they don't respect the brand or the show. Just comics. Like when they come, they want to be in the back talking and shit. Like, shut up. Like the show's going on. Like respect the mic. Stuff like that. Just people in general with that whole thing being chaotic like that. No fights, no wild stuff. Just
Yeah.
people losing it. It was this one show I had.
Mhm.
And it was these two ladies that was in the front row of my show. It was just out there. And they was just, flirting with people. And they was just talking to everybody. My nephew was there. He didn't know how to handle the situation. He didn't know to talk or run. Like it was a very, that was the most singular two people. Just took over the crowd, right? Just like, we just going to talk nasty and we going to scare the young kids and we going to get on the comics. Like, it was crazy. So I don't know. So when you ask that question, Donna, ask yourself, what was the most chaotic thing I've ever had at my show?
Was not expecting me to be the most chaotic, but
You
ding, ding.
were.
Hey, I was.
You was getting it in. You was enjoying yourself.
Definitely was enjoying my show. You threw that was a great show. Like, I was so
Thank you.
happy to come. So, yes, I'm a jokester too.
Yeah, I didn't know until you needed a microphone to get on the stage, but I don't know why you didn't do it.
No,
It
I'm
just
not
got your ass up there.
look, and then the person that I brought with me is also just as comedic as me.
Mhm. After being a cougar trying to get my nephew.
Well, can't say that I ain't there for a good time, honey. May not be here
Can't
for
keep
a long time, but I'm here for a good time. Stop playing with me.
let's fall back one time. Let me go back down. Let's take this back to memory lane.
Shut
I was looking at a photograph. It kind of made me laugh.
You get on my nerves. That's why I am so happy that you were able to come up here to kick this off because I knew we were going to have a good time. That's what my show is all about, authentic conversation. So the more that I have these, the more people are actually learning about me. Because a lot of people like we don't know your story, and I'm like, boy, it's one, it's a deep
We
one.
all got a story to tell. It's just about if you want to listen to the shit.
That's it. That's it. So I'm just happy that people are willing to listen to my story at this stage in my life and everything, especially since I have matured a lot. You know,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
I'm
Now,
proud of you.
I know you know that this is called the Healing Out Loud series. So let's get into the heart of things. Healing out loud, comedy. Doesn't it require you to be a little bit vulnerable when you're up there in front of everybody?
Depending on what kind of comedy you are. If you're going to talk about yourself, of course, you got to be able to tell your truths in a roundabout way, right?
Hmm.
Like, some people go up there and just make up jokes about traffic and fucking bats and dogs and shit. Like some people could do that, but I draw from my past, so I turn my pain into humor in a way. You know,
You're like, "I'm done. I'm good on this." You know what it was for me? I wasn't getting high anymore. Yeah, and I mean, and stuff now it's I don't know, like and I didn't talk to a couple of OGs too where they like, "I don't get high anymore." Like, I don't get the
they
same.
don't make you like you used to. They don't
No, they
roll.
don't. Cause I remember I used to be giggling, like, having fun and shit. I sure don't get high I wasn't getting high no more, so I was like, "Man, this is ridiculous." Like, I'll smoke, and I'll be like, "Okay, I'm high," and then, like, literally 30 minutes later, I'm like, "Where did it?" It's like, what am I doing?" Cause then after a while, it started feeling like I was smoking just like I would if I was smoking cigarettes. I'm not getting high, but I just have that urge to smoke. Exactly. That's kinda how it was. Yeah.
So you was never not high. You was looking for a high, but you was already high. So
I really wouldn't
if
be
you was back in the back, if you was back in the back, you was always high. You never wasn't high, so you're looking for a high that you were already on.
why do you always do that to me?
Just saying.
What
What I do?
that
I didn't do nothing.
high that I was looking for a high that wasn't high anymore because you was at the highest of the highestivity of highness. Like, what? What?
Yeah, you was already high.
But, yeah, it was like that. I was looking for a high that wasn't there anymore. Like, literally was not there anymore. So, like, let's talk back. I know we were talking about high, and I love our conversation. Now, you said self-medicating. What were you self-medicating from?
Things that were said to me as a child, was I had to deal with as a child.
Uh-huh.
Parents and their issues. You know, I grew up with my mother, but she was on drugs. Growing up with her, it was more like I was the parent. So I had to do things at a young age. Like I jumped off the porch probably 14, 15, maybe younger. Paying bills, doing all these things. I couldn't worry about school, so it kind of like fell behind in that. But ended up going to high school. When your mother do drugs and everybody in the neighborhood know who she is because she that this, that, and the third, you know. So it's like that dealing with the peer issues of them talking about you or coming through, serving and just doing all that shit. So it just took me to a place where I had to find something. Because I was too fucked up at the time to go through a soaker. So started drinking at an early age. Bacardi Lemon or Limon, depending on how you say it, and orange juice everywhere I went.
That's bougie.
They sold me at the liquor store. I was going freshman in high school, going to liquor store.
I bet that height that you got, they probably was just looking at your height. That was it. They wasn't looking at your face. They was looking at your
I
height.
just looking at that check. They didn't give a fuck. So yeah, I was drinking from like eighth grade all the way up through there until I recently slowed down just to deal with the pain.
So how did you overcome that mindset? Because that's the kind of mindset that'll keep people isolated. So how did you overcome that mindset of self-medicating?
First, I had to get over my pain before you could get over what it does to you. Right? You get over the shit that caused it, but then you got to deal with what you've been doing to cope with it. So it's two different levels of fixing your shit, right? So once you can accept it and do all the steps that they got, the AA means I never went understand like acceptance, understanding, letting that shit go, right? But once you do that,
Yeah. You keep mentioning that letting go. What does that look like to you when you do let go?
you get mad at people who did something to you because they didn't know they was doing it to you.
So you just stop being mad?
You have to. You gotta accept it. You're a child. You go through it crying and you're fighting for your fucking name and everything like that. But the parents are caught in a situation where they're out of control of their own damn body, right?
Yeah, that's
They're on a path towards, like, we're all on a path towards death, but theirs is accelerated, right? But they're chasing something and I'm chasing something. I'm chasing my mother and my father's appreciation. They chasing a drug.
mm,
So we all in a race and the drug is winning because it's out there fun. And
right.
I'm right trying to grab them, but they got grabbed on by that.
Yeah.
So my first step of healing was it was 2012.
Mhm.
I went home and my mother just told me she was sorry.
Wow. So you got an apology from your mom. That's
And then my father told me he didn't know how to be a father. Those are steps. Will I ever forget the shit? No.
yeah, that's nothing. That's something that you don't forget.
But honestly, sometimes strife makes you a better human being.
Mhm.
Built me up. So even when I was young going through the shit, I always told people that I was bigger than Buffalo.
Right.
Gonna be bigger. Just didn't know how I was gonna get there.
You didn't you was gonna get there, but you knew that you were gonna get there. Absolutely.
So I could, okay, cool, I get it.
So what was the hardest thing that you've had to say out loud in your healing process? Like your mom had to say, "I apologize." It wasn't, "Hey, I let these drugs win." Your dad like, "Hey, I don't know how to be a dad." But what was the hardest thing that you've had to say on your healing out loud journey?
Yeah. It wasn't nothing that you can say. What I'm gonna do, yell at them when they're trying to, then you might relapse on some shit. So you gotta pick your words carefully with people like that.
Yeah, you definitely do.
You don't want to be the person that caused some shit. So, but yeah, like my mom hugged me and was crying and told me she's sorry, and I said I understand. Like it's hard to just say fuck it. Like it's just hard to say like I understand. It's like it's just hard to say that and not think about it and just let it go. Just let that shit go.
Yeah, that I can definitely see how that's hard because like for you to be able to say it, that means that you meant it. Yeah, and so you like, I really truly mean that I understand them, but understanding them at that moment had to release all that anger that you were feeling, like,
I told my mother I understand and my father I just listened to him.
okay.
I don't think I ever, me and my father, I just never had that closure.
Mm.
Even he didn't know how to be a father, I was still like, bro, like,
And no, I get it because I feel that way when it comes to my dad. Like my dad, and this will be the first time that I will say it out loud. Like my dad tried to take my mom out of here. And so when he died, like I didn't give my dad the opportunity to actually talk to me one on one before he died. And I didn't get closure like years and years later. It affected me because I did not get that closure. And all that I had of him was this negative picture, like very negative picture of him. Like, yo, this dude tried to do the most heinous thing in life to me, and it kind of helped guide me in a way when it came to relationships to where yes, I always been this person that wanted to give my heart, wanted to help people, but I also always had a block because I would always think in the back of my mind, if my dad could try to do that to my mom, what about me? What can a man that I love try to do? So I had to grow past that and forgive him on this side. And that's how I kind of brought myself closure by forgiving him. And then once I forgave him after, but he was gone when I finally did forgive him. My uncle, which is his brother, he started telling me more stories of the goodness of him. And that helped me to just kind of identify with that part of me that belonged to him. Like, so I wanted to see something good because I felt like the part of him that made me was bad. And so it caused a lot of childhood trauma with me, and I had to grow from that. So I get that. Yeah, I get that closure part. Like it is like when you don't have that closure, is that part of you that you still kind of put those blockers up for. There's this trend that's on Facebook, I think it is. I don't know if it might be on all social media networks. But it's hugging your inner child, where AI will generate, a picture of you embracing the younger version of you. And I did it. But when I did it, it hit me differently because of where I'm at in my journey, to where I really like that picture actually showed what I'm really truly doing right now. And that is healing my childhood version of me. Like I had to literally go through the stages and heal the 30 something Donna, then heal the 20 something Donna, then, that teenage Donna. And now I'm really at the childhood traumas. Like, so I'm in a childlike phase with certain things that I do. But that picture, when I seen it, I was like, man, this is the little girl right here that was traumatized. It was right around this age when I was traumatized and couldn't understand what was going on in my life, to where now I can truly embrace her and love on her and allow her to blossom and be the person that she is. So that's why people probably see me wearing my glasses a little bit more, because that's who I am. And it's like, I don't want to have that mask on. Like I can rock my contacts, but hey, I'm originally a glasses wearer. So I'm proud to be who I am right now. And that's that little girl in me standing up from the bullies that try to talk shit to me and all that other stuff. Now it's like, now look at me. I'm a sexy little motherfucker with these glasses on.
Yes, ma'am. Right. I mean, okay. Yeah,
Sorry, I
I
had to
want
make you take a
to
little sip on that one, huh?
like to check out the dictionary, ma'am. Do you have the glasses on when people come surface your house? Yeah, I don't have the money right now, but
Mhm. But, like, I don't have I mean, so what are we doing? Hi. I mean, Imma always be a cougar.
what made you do it? Oh,
Imma always be a cougar.
yeah, I seen it. You got me when I was young, and then you went from that.
Bruh, don't start that.
Back,
Look, you was the one that was trying to chase after this cougar.
boy, I'm on my way.
Oh my god, after my birthday doggone party, everybody had questions.
Hey, you need to tell me what they is asking you after the fact. What was it?
They had questions.
I need to know what they were saying.
Can't tell you that, that's breaking girl code. No, sir,
All right,
I will not.
well, tell them to
We are friends on a different level. I can never break girl code. Listen, everybody was like, "So is he really still single after you?"
they were scared. That's the thing, though. That's the thing with me, man. People just be like looking and talking, but they never say nothing.
I mean, you can be intimidating to some.
I was just talking shit at your party, making them laugh. I don't know how was I intimidating anybody.
Your height will intimidate some women. And then, I mean, girl, like literally, girl code, if one of your homegirls and hollered at a dude, it's kind of like a real girl tribe. That's awful.
Well, they asked you questions like they wanted to holler. They were trying to get you to sign off the waiver. That's what they were trying to do.
I mean, they gotta yeah,
Is
that's
he
that's
my
how it
legal?
goes. Listen, if you wanna know girl code, yes, that's how it go. If your girl wanna holler at somebody, they gotta y'all have an agreement and you like, "Yo, he good. I won't be mad. I'm good, like, trust me." And then you run it down and you tell them everything about the person, good, bad, the ugly, all of that. And then they decide on if they wanna holler or not. Then there's guys that girls know, like, yo, I know I would never holler at that one because my girl might kill me. So yeah, that's a girl code. Yeah. You like cougars, right?
Yeah, I'll come run your bath water, put some Epsom salt in that motherfucker, put some mint leaves on your motherfucking teapot. I do all that shit.
What'd you say? I got it. What you need, honey? Imma get you some of that Tiger Balm. Imma rub you down. Some ashwagandha in your smoothie, baby. I got you.
Baby oil and the motherfucking water while you're bathing.
Baby oil, it goes hand in hand with the Diddy. I don't know if that's gonna really work nowadays.
Well, it's gonna work because them wrinkles need to be creased. You gotta, I don't even call them wrinkles. I'll say it's like
If you
map
say
quest.
wrinkles need to be creased, I'm done with you.
It's the map quest to the pussy. Okay, so
For the explorer.
I need the map.
Find them cougars gonna have you letting
Mhm.
go and letting God.
You gotta let her know, baby, your powder showing on your tights today. You gotta, you know,
The powder on the tight. You know what? I'm not doing this with you.
every Christmas I gotta give her that white diamond.
And speaking of Christmas, you better have the Temptations Christmas album if you're gonna be messing with a cougar, huh?
Carrie Playing and remixing them together and shit.
Not remixing them together.
Okay.
My goodness. So let me ask you something. As a man, if another man was to come up to you and say, "Man, I got some childhood trauma and shit like that. What would be your advice to him? That's it? You just gonna
So,
stay with it, let it go?
what you holding on to the shit for?
What if he be like, "Man, it's hard to let go"?
It's hard to let go because you need an excuse not to be nothing.
Oh, okay, talk about it. So you just going for the jugular.
That's the hard straight. When we fucking fail, we use our past problems as the reason why we fucking fail.
Mm. Mhm. No, I feel that because I literally made a post, and there was some people, and it was matter of fact, there was a couple of guys that responded in a negative way when I said, after a while, you can't keep blaming how you were brought up or what's happening now. Like you can't keep being a victim of your circumstance. Like it comes a time that you got to shift your mindset.
And you're not a victim of your circumstance. You're a victim of what the fuck you holding on to.
Exactly on what you
That's
were holding on to and accepting.
so from the day that we born, man, our life has already been planned out. We don't know when we're gonna die, but the universe already knows our end date.
Absolutely.
We all on a purpose trying to face the reach to what we want to be or whatever they put us on this earth to do,
Mhm.
our purpose. Life gets in the fucking way.
Absolutely.
Take you off the beaten path for the rest of your life. You can find out what you're gonna be at 3, or you can find out at 45.
Exactly.
But getting there, it's on you. Let that shit go. Get on that fucking road and find out fuck you want to be.
Mhm. 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 I like to tell people all the time, like, it's not because people like, "People talked about me and they said this and this the reason why I'm like that." No, you're like that. It's not because of what they said, it's because of what you accepted. You accepted that, and once you accepted that, you took that as your truth.
It's not acceptance, it's called allowance. You're allowing people to talk to you any whole fucking way. You can't accept that shit. If you accept that somebody said some wild shit to you and you didn't rebuttal back, then that's on you.
Big time.
You can't get mad at nobody else for you allowing yourself to be talked to a certain kind of way, be handled a certain kind of way outside of your family. You know what I'm saying? Your family gonna have utter a little bit of respect, or you're just gonna be that one family member that want to cuss everybody out on the cookout.
So you gonna let that bother you the whole entire time. You talking about people, and what you allow them to talk about. Let's talk about relationships and how men sometimes allow women to talk any kind of way to them. What's your take on that?
In relationships.
Mm,
So my mama told me if a woman hit you like a man hit her back like one. Yeah, man. You just don't when you like relationships. I'm talking about with your mate,
mm.
right?
Not the "Are you done yet?"
So can I speak now without being interrupted? Because you got yours out. So it was a
That
peaceful
sounds
way to do it.
unfair.
Are you done? Can I speak now? That's how you do it. Because if you go back and forth, you'll be banging on the arguments and shit. But the thing about having past traumas getting into relationships, man, it's hard to make them shits work.
I was just about to lead right into that, so get out of my head. I was about to say, how when you're in a relationship with someone who is on their own healing journey, how do you help them or support?
You know, when you
I'm gonna say
how do I
support.
support them? No, I'm the one that was going through the shit. Like nobody's supported me because I never let them know what I was going through.
Mm,
You know what I'm saying? Like when I'm in a relationship, unless you're one of the chosen few, you're gonna hear my story, but you're not gonna know what I'm going through.
gotcha.
It's gonna be told to you in the past tense, even if it's current.
Mhm.
It's just hard to be in. It's just hard to be in relationships when you deal with shit. It's hard to be in a relationship when you don't know what a real relationship looks like.
That's a word right there. It's hard for someone who has not seen what a real relationship looks like. Let's talk about that right there.
I never seen it. My grandmother so when I was born, my grandmother and my grandfather were alive, but my grandfather died. So like the women I was raised by women, my mother and my grandmother, right? So I never seen them with nobody until like later on. I see my mother with she had a boyfriend,
Mhm,
but that was that situation. He was good to her or whatever,
mhm.
but it's still chaotic because it was alcohol drug based.
Yeah,
So you don't know what a healthy relationship looks like. You will know how to be in one.
that's big facts.
In my situations, right? So I don't know if I should say this on this shit, but fuck it, right?
Safe space. I mean,
Yeah, it's what it is. So my problem in relationships, even if you look at anything that I've ever done in my life, right? I've been searching for attention from somebody who never gave it to me, right?
mhm,
My mother never came to me play basketball and shit, told me to drop out of school, get GED, and just do something else, right? She never was there. So from that moment, when I started playing basketball, I got the rush and the high from the crowd. And I've been chasing that to fulfill what I didn't get from her. My downfall is attention because I do comedy. I'm standing in front of a room of strangers telling stories and shit.
right, right,
I don't know these motherfuckers. I might know 5 of the motherfuckers, but I don't know the whole fucking crowd.
right.
So I want somebody to fucking laugh at me, give me acceptance. And if I don't get If I have a bad night, I have a bad night physically, mentally, and everything that night because I didn't succeed at getting the attention. That's my drug.
Right.
So when I'm in a relationship, because I get attention from women all the time, right?
Mhm.
I love it in a way, but it's the attention. So sometimes when I'm in relationships, now that I'm getting older, not so much so, but when I was younger, I could be in a relationship with a motherfucker 6, 7 months, and all these other motherfuckers want to come fuck and talk to me and shit.
Mhm.
They become more important than the one motherfucker that been there the 6 months because it's new
And it's that
shit.
attention because you're seeking that attention.
People who go through a lot of trauma shit, they really seeking attention. I know I was and I am. I'm always seeking attention, right? I do stupid shit. I fuck up stupid relationships because I get done with it or I just don't fuck with it because I feel like shit. There's gonna be another motherfucker that want me and I could get that. Or I could get a group of motherfuckers that want through that type shit.
Yo, that's thank you for sharing that. Like, that is big, and that is really eye-opening because a lot of men won't admit to that kinda stuff, and, like, literally, I can see that. Like, I can see a man being down with someone, but because they did not get the attention from their mom, and they have always been seeking that attention, and now they got this attention from all these other women, yeah, I can definitely see how someone would do
Basically,
that.
it's basically what you just said earlier, right?
Mhm.
Smoking so much weed, right? That you didn't get high no more.
Right.
So if I'm with this motherfucker for 7 months,
That
I'm not
addiction
getting
high is
high no more.
gone. Yeah.
So I need a new drug
Mhm.
or drugs.
Mhm. Mhm.
And then the struggle between trying to stay with this person.
It's almost like how they, describe weed as that gateway drug.
No, weed ain't a gateway drug. Your motherfucking it says are your gateways. Like I smoke weed like a motherfucker. I ain't never smoked crack. Like or I never did no fucking drug and shit. It's about how the fuck you deal with the shit.
Mhm.
If you smoking weed with motherfuckers that smoke crack, you're gonna smoke crack because everybody around them is a fucking crackhead.
So it's the crowd that you hang with.
So with feather, you hang around losers, you're gonna be a loser. So if we all smoking weed and getting drunk, and that's all we doing, that's all we gonna do.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But if you just wanna stay fucking and give up on life, fuck the weed. Give me heroin. You're gonna be a heroin.
Yeah, that's a very yeah, that's true. That's why they say that birds of a feather flock
People
together, and they
people
tell
always wanna
people when you are trying to go higher in life, surround yourself with people who have the same mindset or a similar mindset to you because otherwise you're not gonna go. And I noticed that even for myself, like when I was growing, especially with my business, if I was hanging with friends who didn't do business, I literally started going down to their level where I started messing up in my business. But when I was hanging around more of my friends that are business minded, that kept me motivated to keep wanting to increase my business more and more.
but like, it goes back to the weakness, right? You wanna do something more, but you wanna find a reason why not to do it. Because complacency is a bitch, right? That's another joke that you don't know about being complacent. Being complacent, secretive, and hiding in your fucking emotions will lead you down the path of nowhere that you won't be able to go. You gotta let go, motherfucking stop being complacent and stop blaming and get the fuck on and do something.
So how do
But
you feel you would do in a relationship now? Do you feel like you're ready and you're healed enough for a relationship, or do you feel like you still have some healing to go?
we all got healing to go. There's never gonna be a moment on earth that a human being doesn't have a healing. Oh, I think I do very well. And it's not because I'm getting older and uglier. It's just
No, I
because
think it's because you're getting old.
well, thank you for not saying ugly. But yeah,
Well,
it's not because I'm
you ain't
getting
never been ugly. I don't date ugly.
I never wanted to be him. So I planned my life out early in life
Mhm,
to be more to do something more than working 9 to 5,
mhm.
to be something bigger than Buffalo and to die alone with no kids. So that was my end game.
So your end game was to die alone. Okay.
Because I don't know everybody that raised me died alone.
Mm.
I never had to trust. I never felt like being with one person for the rest of your life is what we are supposed to do. So part of my mentality, let's get into this shit, right? So part of my mentality as a man, right? I do want attention from other people, and I want attention from strangers, people, men, whatever the fuck. Just laugh at me, enjoy me. Women, give it to me, right?
Mhm,
So I was brought up in a Christian Baptist church, went to Catholic schools and all this shit. So I got these different empaths of what religion is. Are you supposed to get married and do this shit? But I'm also really heavy on science,
mhm,
right? Or history. So when you figure out in history that a man is a hunter and gatherer and he had multiple wives and shit, right?
mhm,
So you still having like so at the same time that Christianity was working, people were still having multiple wives, and they even talk about multiple wives in the Bible.
mhm.
But now that's cool. So Am I wrong for wanting more, or am I right for wanting more? So now this is the struggle that you got to deal with yourself, right?
Mhm,
Because
mhm.
you know, with a woman, this is back then. Now this polygamy shit is all popping, but back then it's like you're just with me, right? So you got to do some shit on the low. Now you could just be like straight up, this is what it is. This is what it's gonna be. You can fuck with me or not. You could have did it back then too, but it would have been a no because everybody was, you know. But it's just like what are, as a man, what are you supposed to be? Monogamous, multiple wives, or just out there? Because no matter what it is, you're gonna be considered fucked up because you're a man,
That's
right?
the way
You
to
could
look at it.
be the best man on earth.
Mhm.
Some woman go like that motherfucker ain't worth shit because he did her a certain kind of way when they were together.
Yeah, some people are living by somebody else's narrative. They get judged by somebody else's narrative. However, let's get back to this, multiple wives or monogamous. How do you believe? What do you believe in?
I'm not a proponent of. I never was a proponent of marriage. Like I said, I don't know what the fuck that shit look like. Right, my
Mhm.
sister. So that's the closest thing I ever got to seeing it grow from dating to relationship to the altar. Watching that is like watching a miniseries. Like, okay, this is what it's supposed to be, right?
Right.
I never was a fan of marriage. So, like, and I never understood it because, like, the U.S. government says separate church and state,
Mhm.
except for when you meet, right? So, so now we're married, we putting this shit together. It's like, could I do it? I probably will do it. The right person, I'm guessing.
It's not like you ain't answer my question. Do you want multiple wives or one wife?
No wives, multiple women, and or single. Depends on how it flies. I've never been with multiple people out loud. So
Is that something that you wanna explore?
money for that.
You get on my nerves. I mean, but, they be having these throuples now or, what they call, shit, I can't even think of it's something that's out there, though. They're trying to do that. You sure you don't want, like, 3 of me?
yeah, yeah,
I'll be to that early grave real quick.
right. You get 25% off of the motherfucking life insurance because I'm done. I quit.
You couldn't handle 3 of me, what about 2 of me? We friends. So, honestly, I know people wanna know, what is something good about dating me?
Listen, you're a good listener. You real funny and dope. Your atmosphere that you're always around has never been negatively dark, straightforward. I don't know about all the other motherfucking relationships, but it's like we were friends, not just in a relationship. You could be in a relationship, motherfucker, don't know who the fuck this person is.
Right.
But I had a close understanding of who you were. I could talk to you, you talk to me, and I was always around you, and I did not want to not be around you.
Oh.
You could be with people and be like,
I can stand this motherfucker. Yeah. Okay. All right. So let's talk about the cons because I want people to know what's the cons of dating me.
it's
Not
all, I
chuckle.
don't really have no cons. It was no cons. It's just I can't remember nothing bad. The reason why we didn't work is because of me. It wasn't because of you. Yeah, I ain't see nothing wrong with it. Who knows what it would have been a couple, probably would have showed me a con, but I've never seen a con, man. You was pretty dope. It's just, I don't know. I just took some shit out of the way. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with me. That shit just blew my mind. I just did it wrong.
Well, thank
So, but that's the thing with me,
you. Feel
right?
like you mess up.
I didn't have multiple wives. I just,
That's the reason why you can't have no multiple wives.
no, I'm just saying, like, I've had multiple opportunities to be married and I fucked them all up.
Wow.
Or to have somebody for the rest of my life, I fucked them up. Me. Here. Somebody give me an opportunity to say, fuck it, I'm done. The fuck you decide to me? Listen, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then it's over. I think part of me is scared to be with one person.
Wow. And you know what? You touched on something because, like, a lot of men, I think they have that fear. And I will admit, as a woman, I was fearful of, like, one person, like, wow, and then as I started getting older and I started learning more about myself, I'm like, "Nah, like, that's really dope," like, "I'm happy that you described me as a friend, thank you so much," like, you really got me like, "Oh my god." But that's what I strive to be, like, I feel like you have to be friends first, because a lot of people don't know each other. Like they're in a relationship and they don't know who the heck they're in a relationship with, just like how you explained it. It's supposed to be a good time. Like we're supposed to be able to go and have a good time and then come home and just be chill. Like I want somebody that I can be lazy with because there's days that I want to be home and be lazy and just chilling, like let's just have fun. We don't have to take it so damn serious. And so many people want to take relationships so serious. And then they start looking at how the world view a relationship and they try to fit into that mode, and there's actually no mode to fit into. And I think that that fucks us up too because if we're thinking of, "Oh my god, like me, I'm almost 50 and I'm not married. Oh my god."
Getting married after their first husband died, after they've been with him for 50 years. That shut the fuck up. You don't
Right.
want to be married.
But people be like that. And even okay, so even when you said you didn't see um a
Now,
real
let me say something. Let me cut you off real quick. I don't mean no disrespect, right? So, like, you weren't supposed to fuck with me.
okay, explain.
This is why you don't, right? Some people see what a person's going through in that situation, or not even what they're going through.
Mhm.
Yeah, right. It was where I was working at, how I was getting around, other situations I was dealing with. Like, you could have been like, this motherfucker, fuck yeah. You know what I'm saying? Not like that, but like, this, I could do better.
Mhm.
You didn't see it like that. I think that's because of your whole, you was raising up kids, being Aunty Donna and all that shit. But it was like, it's not that bad. He just need to understand that shit. And I never did until later on, you know. I was a grown ass kid dealing with a lot of bullshit. I fucked up. And I fuck up a lot of things. Not just relationships, but I fuck up a lot of shit. I just give up on shit. I just or used to. Now I'm struggling, man. I got this shit. I'm going to get it done by 2027. Like, those goals. I never had goals. I just did something to get somewhere else. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Let me get to go there. Like, no. I just believe if I wasn't not insecure, if I wasn't so in my own shit, it seemed like we were together longer than we were, right? We could have been together for years. I fucked it up. Such is life, though. It's just growing up, man, dealing with pain. You just don't trust nobody. You don't believe in it. You're addicted to other shit. You don't want to be around people. You want to be with these people. You want to do more. And in the wake, you just leave pain in other people's fucking shit. You know what I mean? I hurt so many people to be who I am today. Because who I am today, they saw it when I did. You know what I'm saying?
And that's why I'm so proud of you. You are showcasing greatness. Like when I see you, I see a man that has evolved into their greatness. So I am super proud of you. And that is what men healing is truly about. You know what, VMAC, you have shared so much wisdom on this platform. And for the man listening right now who is still struggling to start the work on healing, I know you've been saying let it go. What is one more piece of advice that you would love to give them?
Be comfortable with yourself. Whoever the fuck you are, be it. Right? If the person that you with or the people that you're dealing with don't like who the fuck you are, they ain't made for you. My friends know not to put me on speakerphone because they don't know what the fuck I'm gonna say. Right?
Nah,
But they respect me. I gotta respect that they know me. So if you're with some people who don't know who you are, then you don't need to be with them. If you gotta be with multiple different people, be multiple different versions of yourself, you don't need to be with them people.
mm,
If I gotta be a business person with this person, the hood person with this shit, the drug dealer with this person, if you can't find a group of people that you could be your one person, you don't need to be around them people. Be yourself, be true to yourself, and figure out who the fuck you are and keep it pushing. When you sit down, look in the mirror, whatever the fuck you gotta do, be like, who am I and what do I want to be? And then go for it.
clock that T. Ain't that what the kids do now? Whatever that is, clock that T. All right. Let the people know your social media.
A comedian VMAC on Instagram and TikTok. Also, unqualified qualifications. Unqualified qualifications on TikTok is the TikTok page. Unqualified qualifications also on YouTube. Facebook is Vernon MA. Follow me Instagram. Follow me on everything, man. Come on, let's laugh, let's enjoy. Come out, shows. Come out, listen to my podcast. Your episode will be dropping soon. I just got the link. She just got finished editing all the last season, so we about to get that shit popping. Let's get it.
And when is your next comedy show?
Next month, most likely next month.
Okay. All right.
Check the unqualified qualification page and check comedian VMAX for dates. And I have fucking Eventbrite shit popping. Once you become my friend, you're gonna get mad at me because I'm sending you this shit in your email every fucking day. Because I'm selling these motherfucking tickets. Let's get it.
I done Right, and it is an amazing show, so you definitely gotta go and check my boy out. VMAC, this has been a powerful example of healing out loud from the male perspective. I am so happy that you joined me to kick this off. I appreciate you so much, and thank you to everyone that has joined tonight. Until next time, tea time. We'll see you later.
Be great.
Yay!